Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mike Robinson, and this is another episode of Let's Take a Walk. I hope everybody is having a great week. I definitely am. Tonight, as we usually do on this platform, we have some of the best, most interesting, most hustling, most busy, most lit guests that we could possibly give you. And tonight is no different. This individual is no stranger to this platform. He is an impactor. He's an influencer. He is a podcaster. He is an activist, so to speak. He's an entrepreneur, just an all-around businessman and man of the people. You name it, he does it. I'm a fan of this young man. I'm a supporter of this young man. I am a unofficial mentee of this young man. I'm running out of words that can describe this individual. Some of y'all may recognize him from his Be Heard Period platform. You know, the church gonna be mad, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna say it anyway. You know that catchphrase. I know I chopped that all up, but you know what it is. Mr. Damon Redding. But I don't want to steal his thunder. For those of you who may not be familiar with this young man, I'm going to give him a moment to kind of reintroduce himself and just give a little background on who he is and some of the things that he has going on. So with that being said, you got the floor.
What's up, bro? First off, man, hey, thanks for having me back, man. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the third go round. Hey. So
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Yeah, man, appreciate that. All of what he said, everything he said. Listen, the biggest thing I like what you said, man, is I'm a man of the people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I am. I'm the church #1 bad boy. You know what I mean? So I run a podcast. You like that? Yeah, church #1 bad boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Things the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say
That's
it
pretty
anyway.
good.
You know what I mean? So
That's right.
we gonna run with it, and you know, you can see me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Um, we got over 350,000 followers right now. You know, today we just got 15 million views on Facebook for the month. So it's up, man. We just defend the gospel and we defend the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the pews. You know what I'm saying? I love the pulpits, but I'm for the pews. You know what I mean? So if you don't know me, that's where you can find me. Be Heard, period. Things the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Yeah, church #1 bad boy. Let's go.
So thank you for coming on. First off, thank you
All right.
for taking a moment to sit down with me again.
Yeah.
I really truly appreciate that. It's been a minute since you've been on, man. What you been up to? What's new?
Um, what's new is just, you know, creating more content, um, gaining more ears. You know what I'm saying? Um, living life. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the fruits of my labor. You know what I'm saying? Raising my kids, raising my grandkids. You know, I think from the last time we spoke, um, there was something that happened with one of my older children, and so them two of my older girls and my grands had to come live with us, and so for the last about 6 or 7 months they've been here, man, and it's been a joy having them, you know. So adjusting to that, and my son, you know, he's had his little one, and well, I should say my youngest son. I have two. So my youngest son, he's had a little man, and he's now 7 months, and so enjoying that, grandpa, and being granddaddy, and you know what I mean. So God is good, man. Just loving life, bro. You know what I mean.
That is amazing. That's awesome. So I mean, look, where do we begin, man? Like I guess we could start with one of the most recent things that has happened. Uh Bishop Sapp, uh, you know, had a little mishap
Yeah.
with the church. I don't even know how to describe it, but I will say that when I first saw it, right, I wasn't so much shocked by what was said. I was more shocked by who it was. You know what I mean? Because he
Okay.
the type of individual that kind of seems to fly under the radar. You know what I'm saying? He goes, he ministers, he does his thing, blows the church down, and he moves on to the next thing. He just kind of moves, differently. And to see that, that was more shocking than anything. And honestly, the first couple of times I saw it, I really didn't know really what to think or feel about the situation. But I'm going to defer to you. Like, what was your whole, mindset when you saw it, and then ultimately did commentary on
it. He was tripping. You know what I'm saying? Simply plain, he was straight tripping, man. I don't care how he want to dress it up. I don't care how his supporters, Ricky Smiley and Willie Moe Jr. and all them other cast, man. I don't care how they try to dress it up. My guy, he was tripping. He was tripping. You know what I'm saying? See, Mike. Let me tell you something, man. When you get to a certain level of cachet, you can call names. You know what I'm saying? You can call names. Ricky Smiley, he
Right.
was tripping, and you was tripping. Willie Moe Jr., he was tripping, bro, and you was tripping. The way that man, the way Marvin Sapp said to those people, close the doors. I said, close the doors. Ushers, close the door. Bruh, we all know this gesture in the hood. What's that? That's an aggressive movement.
Yeah. Right.
If you in the
Right.
street and a dude
Right.
do this to you in the street, what's gonna happen? It's about to go down.
Some hands gonna
Somebody,
be thrown. Right. Right.
some hands gonna be thrown. You don't do this, and you don't be pointing at people talking about.
Right.
I said close the doors, and so they want to bypass his tone and how and how he said what he said, and try to make it all about. Well, it was just
Mm-hmm.
$20. It was just $20. Okay, well if it's just $20, he just came off the biggest tour in gospel, darn near gospel history. Okay, if it's
Mm-hmm.
just $20, then you get a $20. If y'all short 40 grand and you don't care about the money, then you write the check. Stop having conferences and you can't meet the budget. Before you open up the doors to the conference, the budget should already been met. But nobody want to talk about that.
Wow.
We
Wow.
always want to
Wow.
start something and expect the people to come and fill the buckets and make the conference and meet the budget. No. How about you meet the budget, then open up the doors and welcome the people, and now you're not going to put pressure on people to give. And that's what he did. He put pressure on people to meet a $40,000 budget. When you should have just reached in your pocket and wrote the check. Or told the guys
Wow.
behind you, or told all those VIP, as he said, it costs to sit up here. Okay, well you did then you should have said, guys, we finna commune for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna commune for a minute. Let me talk to these guys sitting up here with me. We'll be back. Musicians, play some music, and y'all come together and say, hey, we $40,000 short. I got 10. Who got the rest? And meet the budget. But you don't put that on the people, and you darn sure don't talk to people like that. And all them
Wow.
Negroes want to sit up there and defend him. No, he was wrong. He was wrong. Now, the death threats and all that stuff that he was getting, don't nobody need to be dying over this.
Right.
Nobody need to be dying over how he said what he. No, listen. Don't nobody need to be dying. No death threats need to be sent. That's ridiculous. But
Right.
somebody need to hold him accountable for how he said what he said, and then how he did. And then he goes on Ricky Smiley show and half apologized Well, they said, you know how I said it. Well, you know, I guess I probably you guess you don't even want to take responsibility for how you talk to people. No, ma'am. No, sir. I can't. Not. No. No. It don't fly. It don't fly. And so all the scrutiny that he came up on. Oh, wait a minute. He just did a news report there in Dallas. He finna put out a song on Resurrection Sunday about close the doors. He said everybody else monetizing from it. I'm finna monetize from it.
Wow. Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. He finna put out a
Wow.
song. He
Okay.
finna put out a song called "Close the Doors." So he don't care, bruh. He don't care. But then here's the deal, and I shut up. So he goes on Ricky Smiley. So he
Hmm.
goes on Ricky Smiley, and I pray Ricky and y'all everybody who listening, y'all tag Ricky and you tag Willie Moe Jr. Because these Negroes got these platforms, but y'all boy, whew, come on man, y'all supposed to be about the people. That station they're on is the people station. You're supposed to be about the people. But what the people said, no, you go against what the people saying. So anyway, he goes on Rick's mouth. Then he says it's not about the money. Oh, it wasn't about the money. I make a lot of money. I've made a lot of money from streaming, from all this money from his album, from his songs. I made a lot of money. Okay, well if you made all that money, then why are you sitting at Ricky Smiley early in the morning trying to apologize or trying to cover this up and make it good? If you said what you said and you got enough money in the bank that you good, I'm not waking up at 6 in the morning sitting on Ricky Smiley morning show trying to make this thing right. I let it ride. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. So then that means money can't defend you. Just because you got all that
Right.
money can't defend you from that. So money,
Right.
even though you got a whole lot of it, it couldn't defend him from the onslaught of that backlash that he had to still get up in the morning and go sit in studio. He didn't call in; he was sitting in studio to make this thing
Right.
right. Come on, man. I'm tired. I'm
Right.
tired. I'm tired of guys.
Do you feel,
I can't stand people being rude to the body of Christ, man. To the people who support you. So anyway, that's anyway.
do you feel like that's a common mistake that these guys make when stuff like this comes out? They're quick to run to platforms like Ricky Smiley and others to kind of plead their case. Is it like a sign of guilt? Like is that something is that a common mistake that people make in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna run to the safest platforms. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna run to a safe space. And Ricky wasn't gonna press him. That's my friend. That's my friend. That's my friend. I'm gonna defend my friend. So Ricky wasn't gonna press him. You know what I'm saying? So he, yeah, let me run to this place and say what I say. And he really made it worse for himself. But yeah, that's what they do, man. That's exactly what they do. I had a guy, Jermaine, I think his name, think he go by Prophet Jermaine Davis. I think that's his name. So
Hmm.
he told this girl who was singing on his praise team for a conference. He had told her she was in the audience and she wasn't singing or something. And he said, if you don't sing, you can just get out, just leave, right? And
Wow.
so
Hmm.
definitively, he just very 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 aggressively, you get out and leave. So I do a video about it. Somebody inboxed me. They say, I work with her. Do you want to interview her? I said, cool. I do an interview with her. The interview goes viral. Um, he puts a Facebook post up saying that I didn't reach out to him and da da da. So okay, so I reach out to him via Facebook, reach out to him via Instagram. He don't respond. I go live. Hey man, here's your opportunity. I leave him a link in all the places. He don't respond. Somebody in the live say he's on here. I said, well, come on then, brother, hit the link. He never hits the link. I get off about 5 hours later. Where is he doing the interview at? Larry Reed Live. I said, I done did a video about this guy. Interviewed the lady who he talked to all ugly. Did a live about him, and he dodged all that smoke and ran to Larry Reed, who ain't had nothing to do with none of that. That's how these guys are, man. They run somewhere where it's gonna be safe. They gonna duck. Listen, Mike, if somebody not called you out 3 times in the street, you're gonna come to the street and meet them. But no, they run it high, man. And so, you know, I don't know, man.
I guess they figure you're not gonna come up off of them, so they'll rather go to Larry Reed to keep you from benefiting from whatever attention or whatever monetization or whatever that you might get from it. They figure they'll go to go to Larry Reed, maybe.
Well, I mean, it
That's
could
crazy.
be. It could be. I mean, their interview, if they thinking that way, their interview ain't gonna, you know, move the needle too much, you know, where my pocket is concerned. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean? It definitely ain't gonna be that type of interview. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how important they think they really are. It ain't gonna move the needle like that. That man said he made more money on that interview than he did his whole NFL career. So we ain't talking about that type of cash. You know, I just think that they want to, you know, go to the safe place. They don't want to be challenged. Because I'm gonna ask you one hard question. What gave you the right to talk to people like that? That's the only question I want to ask. I actually wanted to start a podcast, bro, and call it one question. The whole podcast, just one question. What gave you the right to talk to people like that? So if I would have had Marvin Sapp on, I ain't got but one question, bro. What gave you the right to talk to people like that? And let him answer.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, well, praise God, that's it, y'all. And it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We out of here. Because the people don't want to know nothing else. They want to know what gave you the right to think you can tell some people to close the doors in the demeanor in which you did it. That's it.
Wow. It has a lot to do. I think it has a lot to do with the position too. Like when you're in certain positions, you just, for whatever reason, I guess you feel like you can be that way. Like you can speak forcefully and you're somehow justified, you know, for whatever the behavior is. That's crazy. Looking at what you've been able to accomplish, like I was looking at your numbers, man. 12 million views, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I stand corrected, sir.
15,
Pardon me, sir. I didn't mean to short you.
Yeah, I need them 3. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take the 3 away.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Personally speaking, right? Well, I got 2 questions. I'm gonna ask you this question first. You know, you've been able to accomplish a lot in a relatively short amount of time. What do you trying to figure out how to ask a question. Personally speaking, everything that you've been able to accomplish, the way that you've been able to accomplish, the way that your platform is structured, and the way that you go about doing what you do, has it caused you to be more introspective with yourself in the sense of Okay, so I'm doing commentary on all these different things, right? Does it has it caused you to be more wary of how you move around, like, or is it you just you? You know what I'm saying? Is it have you found yourself being more introspective with with your own personal actions?
That's probably one of the best questions, man, I've been asked. Um, and the answer is yeah. This is for me. This has been the best thing that I could have ever done because
Mm,
it has made me look within myself and say, "Whoa." You know what I mean? Listen, man, in 2010 to around 2012, I had a youth ministry here in Houston, and
mhm,
it was my kids and a lot of their friends and we had it at our home and we packed the home out, right? But I was
mhm.
just recently having this conversation with my daughters, and I was telling them, look at how I used to talk to y'all. Why my set ain't set up yet? What's wrong with my sound? Why I ain't got my water? Now y'all know we started at 7, we started at 8 o'clock, 9 or whatever time it was. Why we ain't start? Why I don't hear no music? Where my music at? You see what I'm saying? Um, versus how I am now. I said, when I started then, bro, I was mimicking what I saw. So my pastor,
Wow.
Pastor Creflo Dollar, he was hard like that, right? He was,
Mhm,
you know, why this and why this and go tell them and he was, very militant. You know what I'm saying? And I
mhm,
adapted that. I sat under that for 20 plus years. So I adapted that. So when I started my ministries,
mhm,
that's how I performed. You know what I mean? So from 2012, didn't have anything to do with the word, no ministry, no nothing, all the way up till 2022. So for 10 years, I sat back doing nothing but
mhm,
watching how people moved, and then didn't know this stuff was being birthed on the inside of me. So now when I start talking about what pastors are doing, man, it is the best education for me, bruh. So I can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
can't do
Right.
boy, you know what I mean? So now it's oh man, it's been the biggest wake up call, the biggest form of ministry. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm,
yeah, no, I can't move like that. No, 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 we can't do that because how hypocritical would I be? You know what I'm saying? If I talk to people,
mhm,
ugly. Now I got to repent the day I was on live and somebody made a comment and in the midst of me teaching and they made this slick out of the line comment and I was like, now that's the stupidest comment I had seen, So I whoever you was, I apologize. I called your comment stupid, but I got to be aware, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it really has. I love people, man. I
mhm,
love people, and it pisses me off when I defend somebody and they still are stuck on they didn't do nothing wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong. I'm defending you. I'm saying the
mhm.
man shouldn't have said that to you like that. It's okay. They ain't do nothing wrong. Oh man. So no, so to answer your question,
Yeah.
100%, bro. 100%. My love meter, my love walk has increased by the hundreds. I mean, it's gone. It's out. It's what the word of God is powerful, but when you're teaching it,
Mhm,
you know what I'm saying. When you put yourself in a position of
mhm,
of an authoritarian on it, boy, you better be walking in what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You better be walking in what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand why
Absolutely.
financial advisors ain't the richest people in the world. You know what I mean? Because look, if you advising me on my finances, you better have yours in boy. So you
Yours
know,
better should be on point. Right. I got you.
yours need to be on point.
Right.
If you're a hairstylist,
Right.
then your hair need to be fly. You know, so
All the
yeah,
time. Yes.
all the time.
Yeah. Your platform, your ministry, um, has fulfilled the scripture that says that your gift will make room for you. And
Amen.
we've seen, or I've seen, if you have to probably be living under a rock not to see that you have found yourself in the presence of some of the heavy hitters, if you will, some of the legends, Fred Hammond and so forth, so on and so forth. Um, is being coming from the platform that you're on, are those meetings awkward even now that you're cool with some of these people? Is it still kind of, do you still feel like a level of awkwardness when you when you're around them?
No, it's I still feel a level of respect and um I can't believe I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm,
I don't have a record deal. I'm not a I'm not a gospel artist. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I don't have a platinum hit.
right,
I don't
right.
have a church of 20,000. You know what I'm saying? Um, I,
Hmm.
so where did this guy come from? How did he get here? You know what I'm saying? Lord, how I don't here's the natural ways to getting into those areas. You gotta be a preacher of some big churches, right? Or you gotta
Right,
have, a big name in the gospel industry, right? I
right.
I bypassed both of those ways. And I'm talking about the church. But in those, so when I come around them, I'm humbled, bro. But I'm still amazed at God putting me there. Like, man, how you get here? And I'll tell you, man. Oftentimes, people come up, Mr. B. Heard, can I take Mr. B? And you just like y'all, and I'm still shocked that people know me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get
Right,
outside. I don't go
right.
outside, and if I go somewhere, I don't really go nowhere. But so when I do, and I get around them circles, man, I'm like, and people come up to me like I'm the big star. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
When I met Keith Staten,
Hmm.
I don't know if you know who Keith Staten is, um, but Keith Staten
I
is
absolutely know who Steve Staten is.
okay. If I'll go reach through
Mission,
the phone
baby,
and
all day.
yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna reach through the phone and hit you because you're a singer, so you better know who he is. You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
now he is along with Fred Hammond. He is the voice of my youth, bro. Right? He's the voice. He is the
Hmm.
voice of mine from 18 to doggone now. You know what I mean? So when I met him,
Right.
I'm coming to meet him like, oh wow. The first thing he says to me is things the black church will get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Right.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
done, man. I was done. You know what I'm saying? So it still amazes me, Mike, man. I numbers, I see the numbers, I see, you know, the I see the numbers, but yeah, I'm still a dude from Decatur, Georgia, bro. I don't know if people know who I am. You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it.
That's that. Now on the flip side of that,
Yeah.
now I heard you kind of allude to it on one of your lives, a few days ago, where, or maybe it was a conversation we was having offline, but you were saying how, yeah, you cool with people, but if something happened, somebody so happened send me a video or something happened with somebody, I gotta, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
So like, can you kind of further kind of elaborate on that? Like, no favoritism,
Nah,
no special treatment.
nah, none of that. Because um, when you start doing that, um, you dampen the integrity of the platform. You know what I'm saying? The platform is bigger than who I am. You know what I'm saying? The platform is bigger, and the reason why the platform gets so much respect is because of the integrity that I walk in. You know what I mean? That I don't show favors. I've had so many people, bishops and pastors around this nation, send me messages saying, I respect you because you don't just pick on the little man. You'll pick on the big man. It don't matter who it is, you're gonna say something about it. And so that
Right.
I can't give that up. Now, what I would do is if something came down the pipe, like when I think Dietrich, the twerk video, and his wife was twerking on him at his 50th birthday. Um,
Right.
I did the video and I sent it to him before I put it out. I said, "Say, bro, here's the video. Check it out. I'm gonna put it out, but I want you to see it first." Now, I will do that, or I'll call you and say, like with Prophet Carnes, I did a couple of videos about him, and he got my number and he called. He said, "Man, all you got to do is just call me and let's talk, man, before you put the video." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what. If another video comes out, here's what I'll do. Before I do it, I'll call you." I called him.
Okay.
I said, "Hey, man, let's be heard." Yeah, okay, yeah. I said, "Is this video? You doing this? You saying this? Do you want me to say anything in this video to the people? Do you have anything to say?" Just well, just
Right.
tell them I love people. I make mistakes. The prophet make mistakes. But I love them. And I said, all right, I appreciate it. Well, I thank you for calling me. Boom, and I did the video. So if I got some rapport with you, yeah, I'll reach out to you, man. Before I do it, but it's gonna get done. Because it's about the integrity of the platform, and I got to keep the integrity.
Do you feel like, so, once you started on this path, to now, do you feel like your why has changed, or has it not changed, but has it evolved? Is it different than when you started?
Man, um, well, you asked me that question one time before, boy. um, it's very similar. I mean, when I started, my why was, you know, um, to eradicate the black church of loveless pulpits. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm, okay.
and so that was my mission, you know, to speak about loveless pulpits and let's change, let's change, let's change. And I can see the change. I can see how, I get pastors inboxing me and saying, "Hey man, because of this video, I've changed the way I do this, or I talk to my people, or I say, you know what I'm saying." So that's been encouraging. That's changed. I think that's still a part of my purpose for doing it. I think
Hmm.
now it's just helping people, understand that let's get back to this word. Don't be so deceived. I think now I want to educate folks in the scriptures more than, don't let the man talk to you like that. I think now is don't let this man talk to you like that, but now educate yourself in the scriptures. Don't let him talk to you. Educate you know what I'm saying? Now it's time to know. Now it's time to get wise in the word. And I wanna get people to the point where they can get wise in the word, where now they don't tolerate it. The pastors are starting to pull
Mm.
back. You know what I'm saying? The pastors, they're starting to pull back some, but now the people got to get to the point where, man, I don't tolerate that mess. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right.
um so that's a big part of why I do it. To, hey man, let's educate ourselves in the scripture, and let's get bold enough to put these ministers on blast where we're not taking it anymore. It's almost like the rock song, "We're not gonna take it." You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
getting the people. And I think now people are starting to really feel that, no, man, we ain't gotta take this no more. We've been abused too long. Just like Philip Middle, what's his name? Philip Anthony Mitchell. You know, stop blaming white officers for
Right.
what he say? What he say? Stop blaming white officers for murdering black kids. Teach your kids how to submit to authority. Man, if that ain't the whitest thing I've not heard in my life, come on, man. White power, white
Right.
power. No, you know what I'm saying? Then he goes
Right.
on. Then
Right.
yeah, then he went on to talk about be a good citizen. You got to be a good. That's white talking points, bro. Be a good citizen.
Right.
So, all right, master. If I just be a good citizen, that's right. Just be a good citizen. Everything gonna work out for me. No, we know that ain't the truth. No, I can be a great
Right.
citizen and still get slain in the street, bro. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And we've seen
You
it.
know,
We've
we
seen it.
seen it. And you talking to a
Yeah.
room full of black folk, and you said, "I know y'all black, but I know I'm gonna make y'all mad." So you like y'all black, nigga? You the blackest in the building. What you talking about? And so you intentionally wanted to make them. Come on, man. And do you know how many black folks sitting in that building? I'm from Atlanta, where he is, bruh. That's the blackest hood in the city. And you know how many murders have
Yeah.
happened? You know how many black people sitting in that church that may have had a brother slain, a uncle killed, a daddy taken away by the hand of a white cop, and they did, comply, and they heard him say that. Come on, man, that junk right there, bro. I'm telling you, I can't wait till somebody send me a video of people walking out of churches when something crazy is said. Now you can go back, but walk out. You see what I'm saying? You can go back, but walk
Right.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody put some celebrating things in the back, like some sparkles or something back there. But yeah, you can. I just saw like start like with the fireworks going off back there. I guess that's a good thing. But
Yeah, I saw that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Whoever did
I
it,
think that
appreciate you.
I think that the people, um some people, it's almost like a battered wife or a battered uh wife or a battered child. Um they've been abused so much to the point where they actually begin to justify it. well, this is how it's always been. Or if I wasn't acting this certain way, it wouldn't happen. Or whatever. I'm speaking about the church and how sometimes you wonder how not you hear the speaker say something like what you alluded to, and the people, instead of the people questioning it, they cheer. A lot of them cheer it on, or they when someone like you shines light on it, they say, oh no, that's okay, that's how it's supposed to be. He right or she's right for doing or saying what they're saying. It's there's a psychological tone to it too. You know what I mean? It's kind of a traumatic thing. Like I said, I liken it to like even a battered woman syndrome, or a battered wife, or a battered child. You know what I mean? And so I feel like, or maybe I'm asking you, like, do you feel like that might be the case in a lot of cases? And is that something that you feel like you're contending with when you do do these controversial commentaries about things that are taking place in the Black church? How do you see it? Why do people say these things, but why do we accept it and even champion it in some cases?
Yeah, no, 100%, man. It's the slavery syndrome. It all goes back. As much as we want to ignore it, it all goes back to slavery, right? And we don't, and yeah, I mean, you likened it to a battered woman, and you're right. It's some people feel they don't feel loved unless they're being abused, unless they're being talked to badly, right? And in the church, that stuff spilled over in the church. I can remember being a young Christian going to church hoping and praying that my pastor would go off on a tangent and speak harsh, because for some reason that would wake me up like, ooh, I need to change now I need to
Right,
change. He not whipped us. Oh, he was preaching, you know
right,
what I'm saying? And so you
right,
don't
right,
feel like the man done really said something, or giving you a word or love you until he done went off on you. You know what I mean?
right,
And so yeah, man,
right.
that's a psychological thing that needs to be it's a stronghold is what it is. And Jesus
Mm-hmm.
came to break those strongholds. He came to set the captives free. And one of those things I believe is just that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of reform. I am full of reformation. Just like when Jesus came and the Jews and the Pharisees and said they were doing it a certain way for hundreds of years, and he started doing it a different way, and they got mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. But he had to break their
Mm-hmm.
thinking. He had to break how they thought about this. So you saying I can't heal nobody because of certain day? So this man gonna go sick. So this man gonna probably die because it's a certain day. And you saying I can't heal? You saying this man gonna go hungry? He can't eat no food because it's a certain day? Man, you crazy. Get that man some corn. Man, come here. Let me pray for him. And they got mad because he was breaking all the rules. But he was messing with their minds, saying, you got to think differently. It's time to think differently. And so, yeah, when I'm doing some of these commentaries, I already know that some folk in the comments going, he was right. He was right, and that's what I can. You exactly right. That's what I contend with, bro. That shift mentally, that many still are in that bondage, and whatever they pastor say, whatever they pastor do, he right, he right, and they can't get past it, bro. They can't get. It's a stronghold that the church has got to break. It's got to be broken, man, and free people. you know, walking in kindness, walking in gentleness, walking in goodness. You know how they laughed at Joel Osteen? He's too
Mhm.
nice. Why did black people laugh at him like that? He's too nice. He don't preach the word. He's so nice. Everything ain't good. So because this man telling you you gonna have a good day, because this man, imagine this, Mike. This man telling you you gonna have a good day. Today gonna be a good day. Oh, and I love you, brother. Today
Mhm.
gonna be a good day. I don't like that. No, wait, who here telling me I'm gonna have a good day? Who here telling me he love me? I need this guy. Oh, you gonna struggle. The struggle is real, and God hates you, and you better get out of that sin. And oh yeah, now he preaching. So you would rather go to the guy and listen to him who tell you you're gonna struggle the rest of your life, and how God gonna send fire and hell and brimstone down on you, and you ain't gonna make it, instead of going to the guy who say you're gonna be prosperous, you're gonna increase. God wants you to increase, brother. He wants to look. Man, you ain't preaching. That's how messed up some of us are, bro. That's
Right.
how messed up some of us are. So I've always asked God. I said, Lord, I wanna have the knowledge of the word like a Creflo Dollar, but I want to have the love like a Joel Osteen. And I said, if I get that combination,
Mm.
I ain't gonna miss, bro.
Mm.
Because I want to show you. I want to show you. I ain't got to yell at you.
That's some
You know what I'm
combination.
saying? I ain't got to. I ain't got to yell at you if I don't want you around me no more. I ain't got to.
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
I can hug you. Hey, bro, this is gonna be our last time fellowshipping. I love you though, my guy. What's wrong with that? But we see it in our homes. What goes on in our homes
I
spill
feel
over into our churches.
I feel like as black people we're kind of predisposed to be suspicious of anything that requires showing love or emotion. So like if I come at you aggressively and I you'll receive me better if I came up to you sizing you up, you know, talking to you in an aggressive way more than you would if I came up to say, you know, like you said, what's up, brother? I love you. You know, you can do whatever, you know, whatever God can, you know, lead you to do anything, you know,
Mhm.
great, whatever. It's like I said, we're predisposed to be suspicious to it of anything that we consider soft. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Because of our environments, our upbringing, like you said, even our ancestors. Um,
That's a good point,
from
man. I like that.
from a viewer's perspective,
Yeah.
yeah, from a viewer's perspective, um, and you kind of alluded to it earlier, but I'm gonna kind of rehash it. From a viewer's perspective, what is your goal for the viewer? When I look at you, when I watch you, when I hear you, if you could have it your way, what do you want me to take from everything that you do on a daily basis? What what attitude or what understanding should I have um of you, not just you, but what type of understanding should I have towards the church if you could have it your way? Like, what is your goal when it comes from a viewer's perspective?
Um, for me, let's start for me. So as you watch me, I just want you to be open to another thought. You know what I'm saying? Just be open.
Mm,
Just be open to another thought. And I think that's what has happened, and that's
mhm,
why the numbers are what they are, and and how it's just soared, because I provide another thought, just another thought. You ain't got to agree, right? Because my platform is built on me disagreeing. So I ain't got to. You ain't got to agree with me, but just be open to the thought. Maybe I am saying something that will pique your interest. Maybe I am saying something right, even though that's your favorite pastor, or even though you never thought of it that way, or even, you know what I'm saying? Or even though nobody in your family, nobody in your church has ever said anything about it, maybe this man is saying something right. And that is kind of what I want the
Right.
church to do. Be open to another way of doing it. Stop, and that's what I was gonna say too, man.
Right.
It goes back to the Marvin Sapp thing, right? One thing that was consistent
Mhm.
amongst the commenters who defended him, one thing that was consistent, oh man, we see this every day in church, man. Oh man, he ain't do nothing wrong, man. We see this all the time in church, man. This thing happening in church. They do the same thing in church. They've been doing it for years, man. Okay. Well, just because they've been doing something for years doesn't mean it's been done right for those years. Doesn't mean they've been doing it right
Right.
just because they've been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it forever, man. Okay, well, Jesus came. Just because they've been doing it forever doesn't mean they've been doing it right. So be
Right.
open, church,
Right.
to another way of doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And that's my thing. Be
absolutely.
open,
Absolutely.
be open to another way of doing it. Can we do it different? Can I say what I want to say different? Can I raise my offering different? Can I lead people differently? And just be open to that. Just
Mhm.
be open to it. You know? So yeah, man.
Without without saying any names. Have you received any word from anybody um from the industry concerning this situation? Either cheering you, rebuking you. Like, has there been any? Have you received any type of feedback from
Nah.
anybody that
Mm-mm.
we might know without using any?
Eh, eh,
So you feel
none.
like people probably steering clear?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And this it's telling, it's very telling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very telling, and so
Mhm.
um that's why, Mike, bro, I meet these guys, I'm impressed by them, but most of the time we ain't partners like that, man. I keep my circle real small, like Drake
Right.
said, no new friends, you know what I mean? Because,
Right.
bro, the minute you say something about somebody that they're close to,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I
It's a
mean?
wrap.
It's a wrap, bro.
I understand.
So I'm not the dude that's gonna tap dance. They didn't build my
Right.
platform. They didn't build it, and they can't tear it down. That thing, it's just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? At some point you're gonna have to sit with me. At some point we're gonna have to have a conversation. At some point I'm gonna say, hey partner, when I was saying some the right stuff, oh boy, you was in my inbox, oh boy, you was commenting, you was calling my phone. But the minute I said something about so and so, you got ghost, my nigga. What's up? And that's how I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Absolutely.
I, bruh, the industry dudes, man, I'm telling you. And a lot of them probably got mad because I said, y'all think the world is being exposed. Wait till the gospel industry is exposed.
Mm,
Man, you know how much
mm.
dirt going on in the gospel industry, bruh? Come on, man. Come on, man. It, Come on, man. They had the Grand Ole Opry. They had these big old conventions at the Grand Ole Opry and all that. And man, there's so much whoredoms going on, and so boy, that's Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That's
Wow.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Wow.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm just trying. Listen, I'm telling you. It's gonna hit the fan. I'm telling you, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out, and I you heard it here second.
Like you hear about like one of my personal favorites is Leandra Johnson.
Okay.
And she has, been in battle to say the least, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just because of the substance abuse or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but some of the statements that she's made concerning, the industry.
Yeah.
When you hear her speak,
Mm-hmm.
what goes through your mind when somebody like that, who is so gifted, so
Yeah.
anointed, so powerful in her speak. I was telling somebody the other day, it's only two people that when I hear their voice, I know that they feel what they're singing. You can hear the pain in their voice. It's Mary J. Blige and Leandra Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally feel it.
Yeah.
Whatever she's singing about or going through, you can feel it in your body. And that's not something that just any good singer can do.
Yeah.
That's a gift. And so when you hear like her make certain statements about certain people, I don't want to say people's names and stuff like that, but we've heard it. What crosses your mind? Does that kind of go along with what you've kind of been saying all along, or what are your thoughts?
For sure. She's a truth teller. She's a truth teller, point
Mm-hmm.
blank, period. Um, yes, she's gifted, but she's a truth teller. And the the church, hear me out, man. The church
Okay.
leaders, I'll say, let me say some of the church leaders, they don't want her to be sober, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Keep her on that sauce.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Keep her on that sauce. They don't want her to be sober.
Mm-hmm.
Keep her on the sauce. Let's continue to invite her to sing, and everything's good. Let's give her her check, because the stuff that she knows, the things that she knows, the things that she have witnessed, the things that she's a beautiful lady. She listen, the things that some of these pastors that maybe uh came on to her and said some slick stuff to her and all this kind of stuff, and they got to write a check to keep her quiet, and let me keep inviting her to this conference so we can keep her quiet, and you know what I'm saying? Because hey man, this woman knows, she knows, in other words, she knows where the bodies are buried. Okay? So let's keep her on that sauce.
Facts. Facts.
Let's keep her on that sauce. And so when she's on it, it leaks out sometimes. But imagine if she goes straight sober, bro. If Leandra Johnson
Mm-hmm.
ever
And you
goes,
can't blame it on the substance.
you say what now?
Right.
Yeah. If she goes
Yeah,
straight sober,
yeah, because then you can't blame it. You can't blame it. Yeah, you can't blame it on the alcohol at that point.
right, right. It's easy to say, well, she just drunk. She just no. Because once she goes sober, bro, I'm telling you, uh, substance abuse, you only, it hides some pain, some trauma, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that level of substance abuse, she's hiding some trauma. She's hiding some pain. Something has been done. She's seen it too many times. It's repetitive. So to mask it, you drown yourself in the bottle, and then
Mm-hmm.
you go sing. So really, she's being, for lack of a better word, she's being prostituted, and the church is the pimp.
Wow.
Drug her up, Give her the alcohol. Give her the alcohol. Go sing. Here's your money. Give her the alcohol. Go sing. Here's your money. Because they know when she come to their church, what's going to happen? The offering going to go up because the people going to flood the sanctuary. We don't care about you got a substance abuse problem. All we want is that you come into our house. Matter of fact, in the green room, we'll have some alcohol for you. Here you go. You need that, all right? Because we got 10,000 people in here that came to hear you sing. You gonna flood the place out. And shame on all them pimps, man. Shame on them. Shame on them. Because I stand with Bishop Wooden, and he said she should get free first before you invite her anywhere. You can still, if you love her that much, still write her a check, say, we'll support you. We'll pay for the rehab. Body of Christ, if the body of Christ, we'll pay, as the body, we'll pay for it. If we can raise money for Philip Anthony Mitchell to get a new building in a week, dog, over $250,000 plus, we can raise money to get this woman free. She can go to a rehab in the body of Christ and pay for it. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They want to pimp her out, give her this alcohol, keep her juiced up so they can run their offerings up, give her check, and they walk.
Wow. You went black. It's a little technical difficulties, but that's powerful. I mean, there are a lot of things that we are not privy to because we are not in that, we're not in that industry, so to speak. But yeah, that was a question I was gonna ask. Like, is she, more embattled for the substance abuse or for the controversial statements that she makes concerning the church? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I wonder when I watch, what I'm saying, which is, what's the case? Is that are they more upset by the fact that she has a problem, or are they more bothered by the fact that she's saying things that are rattling the cage, so to speak, that are going against the grain, that are exposing alleged bad acts by some of our favorite, pastors and ministers and leaders. And that's tough, especially when you're in the minority. You're the only one speaking. You're standing against 10,000. You know what I mean? It's like you're surrounded, and it's like everybody's going no, and you're trying to talk. You're trying to tell something. You're trying to say something important, but 10,000 people are going no, you can't, no. You know what I'm saying? And as Damon was saying, you got some people who are perfectly willing to allow her to continue on the path that she's going on, so that they can blame her outbursts on these substances, hoping that whatever alleged truth that she's trying to tell will be disregarded because she, has publicly, had a problem. And that's, and that's a sad thing. I think that, platforms like Be Heard Period, like Be Heard Period, and like, Larry Reed and some of the others, although sometimes they get lost in the translation, they have although they get lost in translation, I think that they still have a place. There's an importance there that's needed. And I was talking to Damon the other day, and I was saying that platforms like this, and I'm going to use a phrase that I use with my kids. Platforms like Be Heard Period and like Larry Reed and others, they inspire the pause. Now, this is a phrase that I made up for my kids. I tell people all the time that I want to raise my kids because I know that they're not going to do every single thing that I say. But when they go out in the world, they're not going to always, listen to dad's advice. They're not always going to do the exact right thing, right? But all I want to do is place in them the character enough to inspire the pause.
Amen.
And what I mean by the pause is right when you about to do something that you know you don't have no business, I want you to hear my voice, or I want you to remember something that I try to instill in you, and take that second to pause before you do it.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you do it, you still do it. I've done my job.
Yeah.
And I think that Be Heard does just that. You inspire the pause in a lot of these individuals where certain things flew. Now they don't fly anymore because
Amen.
people realize that, hey, you talking crazy right now. Like you're not. Wait a minute. This is kind of okay. What you trying to? What are you getting at with this? You know what I mean? And that's that's a gift. That's amazing. You
That's a
said
good
earlier,
word,
man. you're gonna keep. You said earlier that Be Heard is gonna keep going.
Yeah.
What does that look like? What does Be Heard look like going forward? If you could articulate it, like if you could have it your way tomorrow, what would Be Heard period be? Would it morph into something else, or like what would it be?
We're gonna be a full entertainment media company that's gonna push gospel content, Christian content. So, that'll be stage plays. That'll be a skit series. All of that. I want to get in. I want the world to see. My acting chops and my comedic chops. And I got someone who has been developing the Be Heard period show. And so I think right now they're on episode 3 or 4. So we're just waiting for that to kind of be completed. Waiting for some finances to come in to really do it. I kind of you know I'm from the Carol Burnett, Flip Wilson, Carol Burnett, Living Color, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm from that Saturday Night Live, era, and so I would love to hire some actors and just put on some skits, man, like um y- a sketch comedy show, you know what I'm saying? And call it something. And so I want to
Mm-hmm.
get into that acting like that. You know what I mean? And so every now and then I'll do
Wow.
things the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but most it's just gonna be flooding you with, some comedic, some serious content. So we just wait, man. We just waiting for the bag to drop, bro. Once that bag drop, it's on. I'm telling you, because I want to bring that to social media. This is the new NBC. This is the new CBS. You know what I mean? Everybody got their
Right.
phones. Not everybody has Peacock. Not everybody has Paramount Plus and all that. No, but everybody got their phone. You know what I mean? And so, especially,
Right.
you
Right.
know what I mean? And so, hey man,
Yeah. Absolutely.
I wanna bring some of that to social media. If I do a stage play, I want to do it one time, record it, break it up into different, and I'm giving my sauce away, but break it up into different segments and then put those segments out, you know, on Thursday night. So you sitting there, you watching it for 20 minutes. Oh man, what's gonna happen next Thursday? Yeah, then next Thursday. And then it's a 2 or 3, 4 hour stage play. You know what I'm saying? And then the success of that, you take that and now you go on the road with it. So that's in my head.
Mm.
I'm just waiting for the bag to drop. Once the bag drop, boy, I'm telling you, boy. Once the bag drop, boy, I want to be. Imagine Saturday Night
Don't
Live.
forget me, man. Don't forget me. Don't forget me.
I need somebody to, I need
Yeah.
some music. You know what I'm saying? I need some singers. I need all that, man. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But imagine a news
Absolutely.
desk. You know how Keenan
Absolutely.
Thompson be at the news desk on Saturday Night Live with I think Michael, forget his last name, and they be sitting there, and Keenan might be in a character like Big Perk, you know what I'm saying, or Stephen A. Smith. Imagine that, man, on social media.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
and
Right.
I'll be a Marvin
Right.
Sapp or
Right.
TD Jakes or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, that thing will be hilarious, bro. So that's
Right. I
that's where
mean,
I'm going.
that is amazing. And that's the thing. Like for so long, for when we was growing up, you know what I'm saying? If you wanted to be, wanted to do things like that, or you wanted to be famous or whatever, you would go to Hollywood or you would go, wherever to seek out certain opportunities. But we have been granted by the grace of uh technology and the way technology and media is now, you can create your own opportunities. We have the ability to create our own opportunities with something as simple as a cell phone. I've seen entire movies filmed on an iPhone
Okay.
that have gone to movie theaters where the movie was filmed entirely with an iPhone.
Yeah.
So if somebody could do that, then the sky is the limit. The
Yeah.
sky is the limit. I don't want to belabor your time.
I
I
appreciate it.
just got like two more questions if that's all right.
Yeah. Let's hit it.
Um, when you see all that you've accomplished, again, when you've seen all the headway that you've been able to make, and the waves that you've been able to make, um, are you are you aware of it? Like, do
Mm-mm.
you really do you feel like you really have a grasp on what it is that you've actually done, or what you've actually been able to um perform in this season? Like, are you have you been able to process it?
Nah, nah, not at all. Um, Not at all, bro. Because I sit here in my home, right? I sit here in my home and I
Mm-hmm.
talk into a telephone and I send it out to the world. Um, and that's all I do. If I'm not catching a plane, going to dinner, hanging out with my fam, I'm not in anybody's churches and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really
Right.
where my audience would be. You see what I'm saying? For the once or twice a year I might go to a concert, then I'll feel the love. But I don't go to people's churches on a regular basis. I don't go where they exist. So I don't know. I don't see it. You know what I mean? There's been occasions where, you walking through the airport, people stop you and, you at dinner and, people come over there to you and, you know, and I like those occasions, but they're few and far between, man. And I don't, I don't feel it, bro, because I don't have a crowd in front of me that I'm talking to every Sunday. So I don't see it
Right.
going from 20 people when we started. Now we got 50. Now we got 100. Now we got 1,000. Now we filled up the bottom row. Now we got to break out the walls and build a balcony, and now we saying now the parking lot jammed, and now we got to go to 3 services. I don't see none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just see 1,700 comments and 100,000 views, and that okay. You know what I mean? Okay, even the 15
Right.
million views. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, all right. So, I told my wife today, I said, all right, when it hit 20 million views, I might take a picture and be like, somebody's watching me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I always
I,
feel
I heard
like so yeah.
I heard you say on an interview on another show that when you do it, when you do, a live or when you do a commentary, once you finish it, you forget about it. You
It's a
don't.
wrap.
It's not you on to the next.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
And that to me, like that was amazing. That's crazy to me.
That was
You
a
know what
wrap.
I mean? But you said that's how you're able to process everything that goes on.
No, 100%, man. 100%, bro. And it happened when prophetess Tiffany Montgomery came out about 2 years ago and said that Beyonce was a witch and you're cursed for going to her concert. And if you go to her concert, you're going to be cursed and all this kind of stuff. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what she said, right? And
Mhm.
so, me being me, no, you ain't cursed for going to no Beyonce concert. If you're so concerned about them, pray for them. Everybody who's already bought tickets, if you're going, we cover you right now in the name of Jesus. There's a way to do it in love, right? Boy, I put that video out,
Right.
and the response, man. If I was a weak dude, nigga, I would have quit. I would have quit. That boy. The church came at me. If I was used to getting, because I was used to, yeah, you right, be heard, yeah, you right, on every video, you right, you right. You
Yeah.
have 30% of people, nah, you wrong, but 70% of people like, nah, you right. Boy, that video, about 20% of people was like, yeah, be heard, you right. 80%, no, you wrong, boy. You wrong. See, yeah, man. And I'm talking about the stuff they were saying, and I was all into the. It took me. It took me about 2 weeks to gather myself. That's how. That's how. And she would go on to
Wow.
do. She would go on to do other interviews, and every time I saw her do another interview, boy, it brought back. It was like trauma, just PTSD. All them comments. And so in the midst of that,
Right.
toward the end of those 2 weeks, the Lord said, do another video, stay out the comments, and move on. And that's where that came from. That's where that came from. Do another video. Don't worry about it no more. Once you do it, it's a wrap. Stay out the comments, do another one. Do another one. Do another one.
Hmm.
So you ain't got time to, you talking about that one I did? Oh, no, I'm good. And we on the next one. We on the one today. Oh, did you see the one I put out?
Right.
So we on the one today. Oh yeah, there's gonna be another one tomorrow. Yeah. And so I don't have time, whether good or bad. I don't have time to go through the comments and, "Ooh, we love you, be heard." Bruh, I ain't got time. I might see about 3 or 4 of those and respond, and I'm out. I'm out because I don't even want that to be clouding my, ooh, he's so now I'm it now. Ooh, everybody. No,
Right.
no, doc. So
Right.
just as damaging
Right.
as the hurtful ones can be,
Right.
the other ones can be just as damaging. So I don't I don't read a whole lot of comments. I try to stay out of them, and yeah, man, that's where that came from. On to the next one. You can't, you cannot dwell on the last one you did. No, sir. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God I'm in this field because I'm not a basketball player. I'm not a Sunday, NFL player where I had a bad game and now for the whole week I got to see bad tape on my bad game, and how is he gonna come back next Sunday and respond? And no, I do a video. You don't like it? I'll get one tomorrow. You'll applaud
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? You'll applaud it. You know what I mean? So some of the same people that no,
Yeah.
we don't like this
Yeah.
one. Do another one, they'll like it. So until you learn, I started learning the ups and downs and how fickle people are. You know, be heard. This lady told me today, man, and I'm shut up on it. This lady told me about the Philip Anthony Mitchell. The Philip Anthony Mitchell. I wish I could pull it up.
Hmm.
It's on Instagram. She said, she started off and said, I normally like your commentary on all your videos. Okay. She said, I normally like your commentary on all your videos. Then she goes into, but this, you got it wrong, and you're gonna be judged for the frivolous things you be saying in your videos and this and that, that whole long paragraph.
Hmm.
So I commented, I said, wait a minute. I said, how am I speaking frivolous in my videos, but at the same time, you just said you love everything I said in my video, but now all of a sudden I'm speaking,
Right.
boy, I
Right.
said, make it make sense when I put some laughing emoji. But that right there,
Right.
that's how a whole lot of people are, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna love you
Yeah.
1 minute. I love what he be saying. Oh, he said something about my favorite preacher. So I on to the next, my guy. It's on to the
Right.
next,
Right.
man.
Right. Right. I feel you on that. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
This is my last question for you, and it's a question that I've asked you before, and it's a question that I ask all my guests. Um, so when I ask it, just take a moment, think about it, and give me the most honest and transparent answer that you can give me,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there. So here's the question: what would have to happen in your life if it hasn't happened already for you to consider your life a success? What does success look like for you specifically?
Creflo Dollar telling me he's proud of me. Is it? You gotta
Okay.
understand. You gotta understand, bro. When I was 20 years old, I joined his ministry. Um,
Hmm.
I joined his ministry when I was 20 years old. At 36, 36, I was appointed youth pastor over one of our sister churches. So that means I had been a part of his ministry for 16 years.
Right.
36, been a part of the youth ministry over there. 39, moved here to Houston. So now we're 19 years in. Um, and for the next 2 to 3 years, so we're now 20 plus, he was, he was it. This is all I wanted to do was please him and please my daddy. My daddy is super proud of me. That's done. I would come up with ministry
Hmm.
ideas, you know, submit it to him. I travel with this man. I serve this man. I worshiped with him. I cleaned his stove. I cleaned his house. I was his son, and to have for the last um shoot, man, I don't even know how many years now. No communication, and to have sat there. The name of the ministry is World Changers Church International. So we had this song, "I'm a World Changer," that we used to sing. So our whole thing was, "I'm a world changer. I'm a world changer. Change the world. I'm a world changer." So I took that like, nah, I'm a world changer. My pastor is known throughout the world. I'm a world changer. I'm gonna be like my pastor. He's known throughout the world. I'm a world changer. So to have sat there saying that, been ingratiated, that was my life, bro. And to be probably the most popular spawn from that branch, right? Out of all the years he been ministry, ain't nobody as popular as me that has come from that branch. And to have no communication, not
Mm-hmm.
not not, hey, I'm proud of you. I see what you're doing. Congratulations. Nothing. So um I thought about that today, and I didn't think that kind of stuff really affected me. That it really wasn't that important to me. But today I was in deep thought about it, and yeah, it is. It is. It most definitely is. And so, um, would I consider myself a success if he said that? Yeah. If he don't, do I still consider myself a success? Of course. You know what I'm saying? But that would be like, okay, okay. That's almost like your music idol giving you the thumbs up, like you the next. Can't nobody do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody do nothing with that. So, you know, um, it is what it is. If I hit 20 million views, we gonna party. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna take some fly pictures and make people mad. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna have to phrase. I think I'm just gonna have to go with the
Yeah.
bad. I'm the bad boy. Bad. What I said in the beginning. I'm the um. I'm the bad boy, the gospel bad boy. Something I said.
The bad boy. What was it?
I'm the church bad boy. The something. No, no,
I'm about to
number
rewind.
one church bad boy.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I don't know. But yeah, that's other than that, man. I'm pretty successful, bro. You know, I think I think there's more to do. There's a whole lot more to do. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm successful now, but man, there's a lot to do, bro. There's a youth ministry to build. There's a lot to do. Like I say, this acting academy or whatever I'm gonna try to do. You know, that there's levels. You know what I'm saying? There's levels, and so you know, but that would be cool. So if anybody listening who can get a hold of, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I just threw that out there. I know I shocked everybody with that answer. Hey, you said honest, bro. You said honest. I mean, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean,
I
it's
mean,
like it's
tag
like
them. Tag
it,
them. You know what
I don't reach out to nobody, man. So I ain't, that ain't me. I ain't finna.
I mean?
I ain't nah. He see. Just look, man. Look, Mike. I'm 15 million views. He see.
Yep.
Okay, he see. And so
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean. He see. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but it's like David and Saul, man. Saul tried to kill David. David had his opportunity to kill Saul, and he said, "Nah, man, I ain't gonna touch you. I love you too much, man." You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, and people ain't gonna understand it, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you want David, he wanted that pat on the back from Saul. He ain't want that competition like that, man. He wanted Saul to be like, no, man, this is my guy. You know? So
Right.
right. It is what it is, man. But we're gonna get to 20 million, and once we get to 20, the next milestone gonna be 50. So we ain't stopping, bro.
Facts.
We ain't stopping, man.
Facts.
So I need that song. I need you to do something with that video, bro. You got a gift in you. That song is
we got
off the
listen.
chain, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, man, that song off the chain.
Yes, sir.
Man.
I got you. I've been talking. Yeah, I've been talking to videographers and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get with you. We gonna do that Zoom. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
That and much more. I got a lot more in the clip.
Yeah, man.
But I want to thank you again for coming on, man, and taking the time out to sit with us, man. I know we kind of went a little bit over the time, but I appreciate you being so gracious. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you, or wanted you to expound on something maybe that you expressed here, or whatever the case, how could they get in touch with you?
Hit me at Be Heard period. Inbox me either on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, and you can hit me on my email. That's damonredding@yahoo.com. And give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'll get back with you. But yeah, you can do it that way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And look,
so what's next?
Let me throw that. Look, I host your event too. If you got a play coming up, you got a fashion show. Y'all know how y'all like to throw fashion show. You got a fashion show. Listen, you got a wedding. You got a wedding coming up. You want me to MC the wedding? Holla at your boy, man. I get outside. I come out there and in my tux and hey, coming to the stage. I do that. Come on, man. I'm the best home. Listen, I don't know if you got a concert. It just makes sense. Bring your boy. I'm the MC. Come on, man. Mr. B Heard MC in the concert. Well, that gonna draw some more folks. You gonna sell some more tickets,
sir.
Man. You better make it make
yes,
sense.
Sir.
Why you got some dude MC in a concert don't nobody know? Don't nobody know him? You better get somebody know to MC the concert. Y'all doing stuff backwards, man. I'm trying
Talk that talk. Talk that
talk. Come on, man. Listen, you need to get the guy who got over 350,000 followers, over 15 million views, going up to 20. Come on, man. You need to get the dude who everybody know things the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Once I say that, the roof gonna go crazy. They know. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You gonna sell out.
Absolutely.
You better stop playing and hit my inbox.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That way.
Okay. So what's next would Be Heard period? Is there any events coming up or anything that we need to look out for?
Whoever finna invite me to be the MC of their fashion show. Oh, look at it.
I know that's right.
Well, I say where the fans at the fashion show, but I ain't gonna say it at the church now. Come on, where them fans at?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, man, we just gonna put out more content, bro. It's just some more content, just more videos. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Just more videos. So if y'all got some videos in your clip, send them to me. You know what I'm saying? And let me do what I do with it.
Yes, sir. Well, again, I appreciate you, man. And, the door is always open anytime you want to come and promote or you just want to chop it up. Absolutely open. Absolutely welcome to come. Again, I appreciate you because I know, you could be doing a bunch of different other things. So I don't count it a small thing, man. I don't take it for granted. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
You my guy, man. I appreciate the opportunity, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Let's take it to another level.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Right.
Is there any last words you want to leave with the people?
Shoot, man. Nah, get in your word, man. Don't be fooled. Start knowing. The word of the Lord right now is to know. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowing.
Right.
The prefix word to that word knowledge is know. My people
Right.
are shaken loose. They are ruined. They are defeated spiritually and emotionally because they are deficient. That word lack. They are deficient in what they know. They don't know enough, which means they are being ruined emotionally in their soul and spiritually in their spirits because they don't know enough. Get into this book and start knowing what you don't know. Amen.
Facts. 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 That's powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I felt that here. You went right on my street too. So again, I thank you, man. And I like I said, I don't want to hold you any longer. I wish you much blessings on everything that you have going on with your family, your grandchildren, and everything that you have going on, even the things that are still up here that are not out here yet. I wish you much blessings on that as well. Thank you again.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Good night, homie.
All right. You have a good night. You have a good night and great rest of the week.
Yes, sir. You too, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Absolutely. There you go, guys. Another great interview with another amazing guest. Shout out to Damon Redding, aka Be Heard. Period. Please check out his platform. He's on every day. Every day. Just go to his page, Be Heard. Period. YouTube, Be Heard. Period. Instagram, Be Heard. Period. Just check him out, man, every day. And if you're not familiar with him, go there and check him out and see what he's done, man. And I guarantee you'll be hooked because listen, he speaks from the heart. He speaks, truth. He covers it with the word. And, like he said, he's just trying to give you give us something to chew on and think about. There are a lot of things that we do out of repetition, religious repetition, that are not necessarily scriptural or right or righteous in some cases. You know what I'm saying? And so it's time for us to start kind of like opening our eyes and seeing and actually seeing. You know what I'm saying? Everything that sees doesn't necessarily have sight. So that's what we're aiming for. Sight. We need sight. So as always, I encourage you guys, as well as myself, to if there's something that God placed within your spirit to do, a vision, a plan, a script, a song, a job, a degree, whatever it is, even if it's just calling somebody and repenting, saying you sorry, now's the time to do it, because there are people waiting. There's a remnant of folks that are waiting for you to make certain decisions. And so when you think about it that way, it becomes a bigger mission than just you doing the quote unquote right thing. There are destinies attached. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna wish y'all a good night and thank y'all for watching, man. I thank the people in advance that are gonna watch the playback. That's it. Guys, have a good night.